Right.
But any other topics you want to chat about real quick? We didn't talk about Betty White last time, but God rest her
Rest in
soul.
peace, Betty White. Nothing that comes to mind.
All right. Well,
Oh, unless you want to talk about Michael Keaton, where he turned down the role of Batman Forever.
yeah, a little bonus chat. Let's see. Michael Keaton. He did some. Michael Keaton has always been a favorite of mine because
I like him.
I like as a kid, I always loved Batman Returns. I like the second one more than I like the first one. But I always loved Batman Returns, and I always loved that whenever you asked this guy about Batman, he would just like immediately start grinning and going to character.
Yeah.
I am Batman. Like he's been carrying this for 30 years.
Yeah.
And he's talking.
Can we acknowledge that Batman Forever is in the same continuity as the Keaton Batman? Like
they all are.
He got recast.
Yeah, no, they all are. Even
that.
the George Clooney one, it's all the same continuity.
So some people don't realize that is actually the same Batman, and they're like, Batman's never been recast. It's in a different franchise. No. He has been recast. It was Keaton. He got replaced with Kilmer, and then with Clooney. So it's all been the same. But yeah, Keaton is definitely he's the GOAT for me. That's the best Batman I've had.
He's my favorite Batman.
But that's the one I grew up with too. So
him, I'm always gonna have good regard for Adam West for being his little
shout out to Adam West. Yeah.
But Keaton and then Kevin Conroy, they're my iconic Batman.
GOATs. Come on, man.
Because like the cartoon is like a pseudo sequel to the
100%
to the Tim Burton movies as well.
100%, yeah.
But Michael Keaton has always loved talking about his time as Batman. He's always been somewhat open, it sounded like, to return into the role. So now, in anticipation for his return to the role, he's doing this little pseudo promotion for it. And now he's talking about his time as the character again in Batman Forever specifically. And now he's actually adding a little bit more into why he didn't do the third one when Tim Burton exited. And it was like, he didn't like the direction they were going with the character. He's like, it's not dark enough. And I guess that makes sense a little bit, right? Because I'll be honest, my memory of Batman Forever is a little hazy. I do remember the thing about, Chris O'Donnell as Robin. I remember Two-Face. I remember Jim Carrey as the Riddler. But I thought, and that could just be me having my bad memory, I thought that Batman was still pretty dark. Like, he was a weirdly dark character. It was the only time I actually saw Batman like creeping out in girls' windows, and then like
I'm struggling to remember them now, to be honest with you. Like, outside of
like
Batman and Batman Returns.
Like Batman and Batman Returns, he was just straight up killing people, right?
Yeah.
He was strapping bombs to
like he blew people up.
Yeah, he was like,
and I had no problem with it. I was just like, yeah.
Like, that's what Batman does this episode.
Like, I remember 5-year-old me is just like, yeah, kill him, Batman.
Right. Rewind. Did he die?
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
That's what it was on. But like, no, the thing that Keaton was talking about though in his interview, I thought was so important, because he was just like, he disagreed with Joel Schumacher, right? So like after Burton kind of like stepped down, Schumacher stepped in, and Schumacher was just like, I don't get it. Like, why Batman got to be so dark? And Michael Keaton was like, have you read this comics? Like, it's like saying like, why does Batman brood? Like, that's some of damn near his second superpower.
Warner Brothers was pushing for the film to invest more in the toys that they were going to sell.
Yeah, Schumacher did, and he apologized for that, by the way. Yeah. Schumacher did apologize, because he was like, yeah, I screwed that up.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, no, you're right. I forget what documentary that was.
Surprise,
Warner Brothers talked about that,
or had a say into a popular property and sent things off the rail.
Yep. Yep. Who would have thunk it?
right? Sony did it with Spider-Man 3, and it happens. But
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about it, and I'm just saying, like, Batman Forever seemed pretty freaking dark. Like, the bad guy still got killed in the end, right? Two-Face died, right? The Riddler, his brain almost exploded. Like, it was
It
pretty,
was still quirky.
yeah, it was
It
still
was dark,
pretty.
but it was still too quirky to.
I mean, you got to remember the last one had an army of penguins with bombs strapped to their rockets strapped to their back. So as far as quirkiness,
I mean, personally, I have never, and I still to this day, I don't care if Colin Farrell does an amazing job. I will never care about the character of Penguin. The Penguin character is the most boring, stupidest
love
character
it.
I've ever seen in
And that
Batman.
moment
It's
he
just
bit into that dude's nose like it was an apple.
now that was interesting, right? Danny DeVito, I loved his portrayal of him. I just never. I'm just saying the character in general, whether it's
Yeah.
comics, whether it's cartoons, whatever. I don't. The character is dumb to me, because I'm like, yo, it's a little short dude that waddles. Why is this dude with an umbrella? Why is he a threat? Like at all to Batman? Who's like a martial artist and a gymnast, escapist, and all this other stuff. Like, why is this waddling dude a problem for you? No. The Riddler, I get it. Two Face, I understand.
Penguin
You
was a
know,
gangster.
like
That's all it was. It's just like a gangster who, in the movie, they did it pretty good because they had him become a politician and
see
they showed
that
how
aspect I
he
like.
operates. And that's the character's development, not just in the Batman animated series, but in the cartoon. He's never really a real threat for Batman.
Yeah.
He's more like somebody who's out there who's
They have
towing the line between.
influence.
Yeah, he's an influencer. So
Yeah.
he's never the main villain. At least not since
Which is
I've been
good.
reading the comic.
Which is good. Because to
Not,
me, I'm like, this isn't a situation like that kind of stuff works if you're Superman, right? Like Superman can deal with someone like Lex Luthor because Luthor, he's powerful, he's connected, he's just a man, right? Like you can't go punching him, and Superman has morals. Batman don't care. Batman will punch you and tell you, like, punch you dead in the throat and say, now talk. Like that is Batman. So to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just not a good fit. I like him going against people like Raja Ghul, right? Somebody who's like, yo, not only can I go with you toe to toe, hand to hand combat, but I can do the same with you intellectually. By the way, I already pre-planned, like I use prep time the way you use prep time.
Mhm.
Those are the type of enemies that I want to see. Like Bane. Hey, not only am I super strong to you, but I've used prep time to defeat you too.
I'm
Give me
curious to
things
see
like
who's
that.
gonna be the villain in Batgirl. I'm really curious.
They did announce who it was, and I forgot it. Um, Firefly or something like that.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser is gonna be Firefly. I thought he was gonna
Yeah,
be like one of the villains. I
one.
didn't know he
I
wasn't gonna
guess
be the main. He might be. I don't know.
I don't know. This is just one of the reasons why I'm like, y'all need to let this movie happen before you start initiating people as like the lead, whatever. Like Batgirl might not be good. Some people might not care for her portrayal. I mean, they might, but they might not either. Like just wait and see before
I
y'all
mean, that's what
go
they're doing.
investing.
They're following the same formula as Marvel. They're throwing stuff out there and seeing what sticks.
But they're not seeing what sticks because supposedly Flashpoint is going to initiate them,
Yeah, but
and
I
that's it.
mean, they
Now, if
they
that
put
was
out
still on
back
the table,
Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. They're putting out Batgirl. They put out Shazam. They're putting out Flashpoint, which is gonna even give them more opportunity to throw out more stuff to see what sticks. No, man,
I'm
they're
excited for
following.
Shazam. I think
This is
Shazam
like
would be good.
this is like DCEU Phase 3, and it's in a slow transition into whatever they're doing in Phase 4.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah, so we'll see.
that's all I have for this one. Michael Keaton and Batman Forever stuff. Hopefully they'll sneak in a Jack Nicholson cameo. That'll make me happy. But
Sure.
are there any other things you wanted to chat about?
Nah, man, that's it. Recast T'Challa.
I want my T-shirt. Anyway, thanks guys for checking in. This has been another episode of The Correct Opinion. As usual, if you're new here and if you like this video, make sure you like. If you want to see more from us, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the movie blog. Make sure you go over to E-Man's movie reviews, subscribe to his channel, and we'll check you guys next time. Peace.